What lessons did you take away from the loss in Challengers Finals to Liquid? After losing on Icebox and Split, compared to the previous time, has work been done on your map pool?
First of all, thank you for the question. I'd say, yeah, I mean, people comment on our map pool quite a lot and saying it's like not that strong. I'd say, yeah, we've had little bit of inconsistencies here and there. Yeah, we shouldn't have lost to Liquid on Icebox, but they read us quite well and they did really well, like going in with the entries and kind of I was going to say big D in it, but like I'll do that instead. Yeah, I think we've brushed up. We've obviously we've had 2 weeks now, which 2 weeks isn't long, like, or 3 weeks, I'm not sure, but it kind of is flown by. But I'd say we've brushed up on pretty much everything now, and like we're looking forward to playing Liquid again if we get the opportunity. That is if they don't meet Vikings first. See ya. And yeah, I'd say I joke.
You gotta meet them first, I think.
Oh damn. Yeah, I'd say I've lost my train of thought, but hopefully I've answered it pretty well. Thanks.
This next question is for Sadak. How would you describe your play style and how does that differ from other major regions such as NA and EU?
I think our play style is really good against aggressive teams, right? And now we're transitioning to play really well against slow teams. So one of our strengths is the adaptability we have. So yeah, it's actually really surprising how teams play here. Like it's really, really different, and we are learning from them. Yeah.
This next question comes from Josh Wilkinson of Platchat. It's for Scream. After EC1S left the team, what was the process of finding a new in-game leader? Can you describe how the calling works on Liquid now with Soulcast and yourself?
Yeah, we have had problems with Eccles with Liquid because like he was taking over the calls a lot. But I think in Valorant, like we need 5 brains to work. We need consistently like thinking solutions all the time. Obviously, we don't have a set in-game leader, but I try bringing my experience. I have a good vision of the game as well. Soulcast is doing kind of the same as well. So we have a good mix of like just working, adapting to the game, and obviously we have amazing strats as well to mix it up. But as I said, we don't have in-game leader, but we don't need it. We just have like 5 amazing aimers, 5 amazing players. We have one of the best operator in the game right now, I think. So yeah, I think we are really ready for it.
This next question is for Shazam. It also comes from Josh from Platchat. As one of the most respected in-game leaders in the game, what's your feeling on how easy counter strats are going to be in the opening rounds? Do you expect teams to run brand new compositions, strategies, and set plays?
Yeah, I think there's going to be teams changing up their comps a lot from when they last played, as well as everything they're doing. I highly doubt any team is going to come into this tournament doing the same stuff they did in the regional finals or the qualifiers, because that would make absolutely no sense. So I feel like this is just going to be a test of matchups and who brings their best game and who can adapt and adjust mid game in these opening matchups for sure, more so than like preparation and counter stratting. You know, teams will do their homework and players will have their tendencies, but I expect teams to reinvent themselves.
This next question is for Vanity. It comes from Ryan Horton of Ryan Central. Obviously, being a lot of talks on scrimbucks and expected performances based off those results alone. From playing, interacting with the other teams, which team has exceeded your expectations the most?
I'm assuming you meant exceeded, right?
Exceeded, yes.
I don't think we've been completely blown away by any of the teams we've scrimmed online here. We haven't scrimmed like any of like I think the best team we've scrimmed is Vikings. I think they're the best team we've practiced against so far, but we haven't scrimmed against Sentinels, Fnatic, or Liquid. So, I mean, none of them have really blown us away, but I think Vikings is definitely the best team we've practiced against, and they'll probably do really well throughout the tournament.
This next question is for Boaster. It comes from Yinsu Collins of Upcomer. Some of the teams outside your regions have confessed to being inspired by your strats and compositions. How difficult is it to anti-strat your own stuff, knowing that you'll inevitably have to play into teams that will use your own strats against you?
First of all, thank you for the question. Yeah, I think in terms of Yeah, in terms of some maps, I guess our comps have inspired other teams to run similar ones or slight variants. I think in terms of Valorant, we've been quite creative in that kind of aspect. In terms of how I would go about anti-chatting those that have the same comps or the same play styles as us, well, I know the weaknesses of our comp and I know the weaknesses of certain agents and whatnot. Well, I don't know all the weaknesses. I'm not that great, but one day maybe that'd be quite nice. No, I'd say, yeah, we're gonna play our own game, and if I see any reads or if I feel it out the map and whatnot, and yeah, I'm watch some VODs, you know. Yeah, sorry, I've screwed that one up. Yeah, it was good start. Good start.
This next question is going to be for Scream from Josh Wilkinson of Platchat. What do you see as Liquid's biggest competition on your side of the bracket?
I don't even know who we play. We're just gonna destroy everybody.
This next question is for Vanity. It comes from Josh from Platchat as well. How does Jammies differ from Whippy?
I think Whippy is a more aggressive lurker than what we have in Jammies. I think Jammies is more of a passive type player, which I think kind of hinders us a little bit because we were not reliant, but I think Whippy created a lot of space and gave us a lot of information on the weaker sides of the map typically. But I do think that Jammies is really strong on defense, and I think that's something that'll benefit us throughout this. I think they're both really strong on defense, but I think Jammies is a lot better at holding sites like on the agent he's playing currently.
This question is for Shazam. It comes from Jingyu Yang of Valorant Spike in China. What are the differences when you play on the EU server, like the playstyle and people's communications?
Is this talking about like scrimmages or
Either scrimmages or online play?
EU playstyle is definitely really slow. I mean, NA teams default like that, but I think EU teams are really slow as well. Maybe, I mean, even slower. So sometimes we just need to have like patience with our team to not like feed into them waiting for us. And then ranked, it's I guess ranked. I don't know. My experiences with ranked is like people are kind of just doing their own thing. I'm sure like people aren't comfortable speaking English constantly, so that might contribute. In NA ranked, it's like a lot of people talking all the time, and I mean people do their own stuff, but sometimes people try to work together. But yeah, I guess that would be the biggest difference.
This next question is for Sadak. It comes from Wesley Pereira of the Clutch Esports in Brazil. How is the mood on the Vikings squad for their Masters debut?
I mean, what's our mood when we play the first game? How
What's
it's
the
gonna
mood
be?
on the team right now heading into the event and in the practice sessions?
Oh, I see. We're chilling, right? We're just really relaxed. We know it's not gonna be a easy match, but yeah, we're feeling it. We know our strengths, we know our weaknesses. We're studying the other team, so yeah, we're feeling pretty good.
This next question is from Scream. It comes from Lawrence Phillips of Esports GG in the UK. Following Stage 2 Challengers 1, Team Liquid has been exponentially improving. What changes were made to allow for this quick turnaround and produce results straight away?
Well, when we got jumpy, we went into the first qualifier instantly without any practice. So we had to find ourselves. But just after that qualifier, like everything went like smooth. Like we just feeling ourselves. Like as I said, jump is one of the best upper, if not the best. So it helps us a lot. We are feeling it. Like we're feeling comfortable with him. So everything's fine.
This next question is for Shazam. It also comes from Lawrence Phillips of esports.gg. FaZe Zachary mentioned after your grand finals and stage 1 masters that Sentinel's intel gathering is better than any other team. How much will it help you in Masters Reykjavik? What would you do to attribute this? What would you attribute the straight in your team to?
Yeah, I think that's one of our biggest strengths is being able to play around and people's communication and like relaying information to me about how the other team is playing and how we just put together a plan to approach around is pretty much like the core of like us adapting. Is I feel like we're really good at playing for intel while not giving up any kills, as well as info starving the other team if we need to, and then making a play off of that. And like that's kind of been like the core of this game is like, people change stuff up all the time. Like no team's running the same setup over and over, and so you're constantly trying to read how the team's playing and adapt.
This next question's for Sadak. It comes from Victor Hugo Barbosa from Mais Esports. Team Vikings will debut in Masters Reykjavik against X10 Esports. What are your expectations?
I think we are going to win, of course. As I said before, it's not going to be an easy match, but we are really trusting ourselves in this one. So it should be 2-0 from our end, but we don't know. Could be anything.
This next question is for Shazam. It comes from Aaron Alford of Invent Global in the United States. Can we expect the same level of aggression that we have witnessed from your team so far, or are there some surprises up your sleeves for this tournament?
I guess yeah. Like we made it a point that we're gonna change things up obviously from before, but we don't want to lose like our team's identity as well. Like we want to play our style and see how it matches up against these teams. And despite the small changes here and there, it's been pretty well in prac. So you'll definitely see the same mix of Sentinel's aggression as well as slow play.
This next question is for Scream, comes from Josh from Platchat. Your team had a unique view on the smokes meta, running Brimstone on maps like Haven and Split, where almost nobody else does. Do you think that the other teams are wrong for focusing on Astra so much?
I think Astra is definitely overrated. I think it's good, but it's not that good as people say. And I think we are really good with Brimstone. We know how to use it. Brimstone is a really good agent as well, if you know how to use it. So we don't need Astra for now. And I think Astra it needs some time to get used to this agent as well. And we just didn't feel playing this agent. Like no one in our team felt playing this agent. So we just kept playing Brimstone, Omen. Very basic, but it's working good.
Thank you to the players for your participation today. Masters Reykjavik will begin on Monday, May 24th at 8 a.m. Pacific.